everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Carr's Raiders. With that, let's send you to Atlanta now, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis are on the call.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Oakland Raiders. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. First carry for Chris Ivory. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And now the starting lineup for the offense. And Julius Thomas highlighted, my friend.
Brandon, he's one of the latest in a long line of basketball players turned football players who have had great success. And he uses those basketball skills to get open in his pass routes.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Quarterback's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He finds Hearns left side. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now carry. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Raiders will take possession. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was in the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got time in the pocket. Airing one out deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Andre Holmes, 51 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
And his kick is right through. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. What a spin. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 1st down, this is Ivory. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Completes it to Lee. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Three receivers to the left, 1 to the right. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Oakland Raiders offense heading onto the field. And you talk about their quarterback spot. Derek Carr, he's had some struggles in the preseason, hasn't he?
He has had those, but I don't expect there to be a quick hook or anything of that nature. He's expected to be their starting quarterback for a long time. But behind him, They've gotten a good look at Connor Cook, who is their 4th-round selection. And I talked with someone from the Raiders front office. They think he can be an absolute steal. Wouldn't be surprised if he moved to number 2 ahead of Matt McGloin when the season begins.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a second down run for Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Defense has to stand tall here. 3rd and 1. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I have to admit to a little bit of surprise on that play call. Short yardage, and they try to go wide. They got spilled for their efforts.
On 4th down, here's the Raider punter Marquette King to kick it away. This is taken around the 12. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Bortles now to throw. He was looking for Chris Ivory that time.
Partner, now that we got a quick break in the action, I've got to get this one in. Trey Kirkpatrick of the Bengals goes to a recent practice session. Now, it wasn't at their facility, right? They went to a high school.
Yeah, West Carrollton High School outside of Dayton. Forgot his shoes.
He forgot his cleats?
And one of the players on that high school team had a size 13. Now, Kirkpatrick wears size 12, but he said it fit perfectly, got him through the practice.
Yeah, he couldn't be real picky about the whole thing, right? I mean, 12, 13. He was fortunate.
He was able to practice.
The kid has a 13. Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
It's 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the offense. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll give it up to Ivory. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's Ivory. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz defense gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Carry on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And now here come the Raiders. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll give the Jags a 1st down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Another pistol look here. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Flush to his right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Shotgun now for Bortles. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Now Bortles thinking twice about their offensive setup. He's going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd down following the incompletion. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, Ivory. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. A The final shot before half. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Carr now on first down. It's caught by Clive Walford. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Latavius Murray taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
And he's got it up and through. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Bortles going to throw. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it. Ivory. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And now a first down following that long gain. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
They give it to Ivory. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Here's Brad Nortman now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Jags grab it. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They come out here in the eye. On the ground, Ivory. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Ivory fighting through, shrugs the tackle, diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Play clock winding down. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now. Special teams coaches spend a lot of time scheming things up, but this was just a bad return. Now the offense has a long way to go to try to put points on the board.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, for the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, they'll put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
They come up in an offset eye. They run with Ivory. He's been busy tonight. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. 3rd down from the 2. 4th down lurking, but one more shot here. What do you do, Charles?
I think you run it here. Try and create some space. Get your punter a little bit more room. And if you're really lucky, you get enough space to get a 1st down. But I think right now the big thing is take care of the football, get space for your punter, and get rid of the ball.
Mr. Conservative.
Yeah, I do kind of wear that well, don't I?
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From his end zone, it's Bortles on 3rd and long. He was trying to get it to Brian Walters there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Bortles got to have this one. And this is incomplete. Gus Bradley's decision to go for it does not work out. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Clive Walford, a 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So the first play of the drive, they strike through the air and score it.
A lot of coaches like change of possession as a time to go ahead and strike, and that's what we saw there. Ball turned over, first play, right to the end zone.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They start on the ground with Ivory, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Bortles now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. He's going to go, and that's caught inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raiders offense now.